What's goody, everyone, and welcome to my new Let's Play. We're dipping into the realm of professional wrestling for the first time on this channel. I've mentioned wrestling in the past. I've mentioned some offhand comments about some wrestlers, some jokes, some little things to tie everything together, you might say. But now I feel like this would be no more of a perfect time than to get into the game that really, cemented my status as a wrestling fan. And, of course, we got a million warning labels and stuff to do. It's kind of a weird spot, I'll be honest, to start my wrestling fandom on this channel. But, if you don't know me. If you know me, though, this is the game that pretty much cemented when wrestling was cool when I was in the second grade. At least that was when my sort of wrestling fandom started. This was the game that had just come out. So this is what we're going to be doing. And this is going to be my first PlayStation 2 playthrough. And there's so many logos, can we just get to the action? And it's perfect that we start with this one, but this just takes me so far back, ladies and gentlemen. I won't reach my something. Yeah, this is the best. I mean, there's a lot of good Smackdown intros, but this one is, I'm very, very partial to this one. At least the song. I love this song. I forget what it's called. Fuck, I should know it.
It's called Rise Up.
But yeah, I love the Smackdown, the old Smackdown intro. But here we go. Smackdown versus Raw 2006, which was one of my favorite years in wrestling, although this stuff is mostly based on 2005. So let's just get right into it. Now, there's going to be a disclaimer, obviously, for this playthrough. There's going to be a lot of times where I'm going to have to cut out music, because obviously there's a lot of copyrighted music for this game. WWE is very strict on their copyright stuff, so I don't even know if I'm going to get away with using that intro, but we won't see until I upload this, because obviously I don't want to lose this channel at all. I got so much shit here. So yeah, we got a bunch of game modes here, but right off I'm going to start with the season mode. We want to click season mode. Oh, before we do that, we got general manager mode, pay-per-view mode, all that stuff. I'm going to go through some of the other modes in this game after the major season mode playthrough is done. But for right now, we're going to start a new season. And we're going to just go normal difficulty, because the difficulty can honestly catch you off guard. But here is the roster that we get to work with. A bunch of classic wrestlers, mostly classic. Not that many people that are around today, and they're specific to certain brands based on the wrestler that you pick. Wow, they really greased Booker T, make him 83. That is... And Big Show, too. The fucking Carlitos, more than them. That's all you need to know about this era of wrestling. There was just so many, we don't talk about this guy. There's just so many, wrestlers that they thought were going to become things that didn't actually become things. So they had Edge rated 84. They had JBL rated 86. There's the man, the myth, the legend, John Cena. Kurt Angle, one of the greatest. Randy Orton, only 86 here, but he would go on to be one of the best. Rey Mysterio, Rob Van Dam, two legends. I think these overalls are actually different than what actually get in the exhibition mode. Of course, you got this shithead, but we're gonna not really talk about. But we also got two legends right here, Mankind and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, what I think we're going to do for this Smackdown playthrough, because that's where we're going to go, is with these legends, you get a chance to pick whichever roster you want to be on. So we're going to click Stone Cold Steve Austin, and we're going to start on Smackdown, the big old blue brand. And we're going to go to the locker room really quick, just to show you guys around. I used to have, almost everything unlocked in this game when I was younger, but I lost my PlayStation 2, or it broke, whatever. And then, of course, I didn't have access to these games anymore. So I only really recently just got this game, but we're going to want to turn on season mode subtitles so you guys can actually read. And yes, we want to exit the locker room. And this game saves for fucking everything, so I'll try to cut those out as best as I can. And also, you might notice there are some lines on the screen. I can't really do anything about that. That's just the consequences of having an HD TV that this game obviously wasn't built to be on. I think with all that taken care of, we can finally actually start the season mode. Which I definitely love the Smackdown season mode. It was also very good. I'm going to try to cut out these load times, so I have to remember not to talk during them. And we got Prologue. Ooh. A precursor to a storyline.
Tori.
Hey, it's Tori Wilson.
Hey there, baby girl.
Hey, baby girl. Hey. Teddy Long.
Doesn't matter. I need to speak to you about.
Actually, Teddy, I'm supposed to catch a flight and I'm already running late.
Low-key Tori Wilson, man. I thank her because
don't worry about it, Tori.
She made me realize that I like girls. In a way. no fucking joke. Me?
I'll catch up with you next week.
Very good time for me to get into Tori Wilson when I was a kid.
Damn. I hate to see that girl go, but I love watching her leave.
And I want to put her in a tag team match, player. And she will go 1-on-1 with the... Oh my god! Oh shit! He took that fucking full on.
Teddy? Oh my god, Teddy!
Fucking full on. He took that shit.
Don't worry, Teddy.
At least he's moving.
It's going to be okay. Help!
Geez, even in the fucking games they can't sell correctly. But alright, so Teddy Long. Someone ran down. Who the fuck ran down Teddy Long, man? Who would want to run over Teddy Long? Teddy Long's the fucking man. And that's it. That's our first thing. Yes, sometimes it'll just get us back to this main screen sometimes. And there we got Bret the Hitman Hart. This is at the heart of the wrestling organization. Tori's contract. That's our first storyline that we're going to be facing off against. Yeah, we're gonna be facing off.
I can't believe that someone could do that to
Oh shit, it's Cena.
Yo, I mean, don't worry about that, Tori.
Why is who's Tori talking to?
Catch whoever did it.
Where's that voice coming from?
Hey, Tori. Cena. Excuse me, Tori. I heard that you were the last person to see Teddy Long before his...
So yeah, unfortunately, Austin's not going to be doing many of his catchphrases because this is
Can't you see the ladies
lines
upset?
meant to be said by like everybody. He called him Columbo. What the fuck does that mean?
No one's accusing anyone of anything, Cena. But as long as you're here, where were you?
Also, this is
when Theodore Long was taken
Excuse
the
me?
rapper Cena.
I must have missed the part where you explained to me why I had to answer
where
to
he
you.
was right
Who
about
the
to
hell you
become
think
like the
come
big
up here
star
and
that
get
he
all up in my
became.
grill?
Up in his grill.
Tell him, Cena. Fight the power. Don't take any guff
And
from
there's
the man.
RVD,
I mean,
who's also the
Dude,
fucking man.
it's not like there's any way that an angry thug who walks around with
Whoa,
brass knuckles
calling
and
him
a
a
steel
thug?
chain around his neck could ever take anyone out.
Yeah, Matt,
right?
remember when
Yo,
John
look who
Cena
it
was like
is.
this?
Mr. Pay-Per-View. You know, for a guy who calls himself the whole damn show, you sure ain't had much in the way of title shots lately, have you, Chief?
Oh.
Sounds like a pretty good
Chief,
motive
get it?
for
He be
punking out our
chiefing it.
GM, don't it? So where were you when T-Lo got aced?
T-Lo got
Let's
aced.
see. I think I was probably chilling out in the back, stretching out, you know, throwing some kicks and reading some comics.
Why comics with an X? That's not how that
You
goes.
think you were? Can anybody vouch for you?
That's my downtime. Just me.
RVD.
I can't believe any of you
I like how he does that in just regular conversation.
This is all so awful. What do you think happened?
So yeah, now there are going to be times in the storyline where we're basically asked to make a decision here. I can't believe any of you would ever do anything to hurt Teddy. This is all so awful. What do you think happened? Well, I'm not accusing anyone, but I think Cena makes a pretty good point. I can't remember the last time Teddy Long gave RVD a title shot. Look, I'm not saying either one of you did it, but RVD's got a point. You seem a little defensive to me, Cena. Both good points. You know what? It doesn't really matter which way we go here, so I'm just gonna close my eyes and just wag the control stick a bit. I don't think that actually does anything. Whatever. And I'm just gonna click this one, whichever one it is. And we'll see who we end up facing. We're gonna find out, like, right away anyway. So it's cool. The SmackDown storyline, to me, has always been the more interesting one, honestly. So I'm just glad we got to start here. And I'm glad it showed the SmackDown intro, because that kind of just helps with the thematic placement of everything here. So basically, first we get a single no manager. We can't do anything about the Diva thing right now. We can skip if we want, but I think that ultimately regards in a loss. We'll get $5,000 cash if we win, and here's of course the rules. Without further ado, let's go into this match where we play Steve Austin versus Rob Van Dam.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a somewhat somber edition of SmackDown.
Oh God,
I'm
Michael Cole's doing
alongside
Owen Hart
Taz
voice.
and partner. Can you believe what has transpired here in regards to General Manager Teddy Long?
No, Cole, I really
I
can't.
love, by the way,
Some
Michael
big
Cole and Taz
superstar
are always one of my
has gotta
favorite
have a mean
announcers.
streak
Like, I
a mile
love
long,
their
one
chemistry.
down,
One of the best
one
announce
long,
teams
and
ever
hold
before
the
Michael
line.
Cole became, like,
If
literally
Long
unbearable.
anyone on the roster,
But
anyone
yeah,
in this building right
so
now,
as far as
but you
entrances
know
are gonna
what they
go,
say,
while the
so much
commentary
more.
guys are
And the
talking,
show will go on.
I will
But
keep
the
the entrances in,
ramifications
of
this
course.
incident are already
But
being
otherwise,
felt
I'm
in
gonna
this
show.
very next match.
You can't tell me
I like
you
it just
see
cut
this
him
one
off.
coming, Cole. You don't tell a
But
guy
yeah,
who
like I'm
thinks he took out
only
the
gonna
general
show an
manager
entrance
without
really
expecting
once.
him to wanna send him in the ring.
You know, in
Actually,
full,
Taz, it
because I don't
sounded
know
to me
how
like he was
like
very
copyright
careful
strikes are
not
gonna
to
go.
accuse
It's gonna
anyone
take a lot of
of the attack
editing to
on
actually
Theodore
figure out
Long.
what I have to
That's a
do,
conclusion
just
that
to make
RVD
sure
jumped to.
I steer clear of my channel getting taken down or any ramifications of sort. Because WWE are a bunch of jerks. So yeah, I'm gonna show, like, for example, RVD's entrance once, and then for the rest of the Let's Play, we won't see it.
Hey, one of a
Van
kind.
Damn.
Hey.
I like how they
Hey,
couldn't match
one
it
of a
up with him
kind.
fucking actually
Hey.
doing
Hey.
R
one of a
B
kind.
D. Also, I miss when wrestling fans could actually bring signs, man. That never happens anymore. I mean, they haven't really had fans in front of crowds in a while, but you know.
One of a kind. You're running for your life. Makes you believe.
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but why Rob Van Dam always seem a little dummy thick? I mean, just, you know, I better not say anything else. Damn. This was kind of the time where they were kind of pushing Rob Van Dam a little bit. 2006 was the year that he won his first and only WWE Championship. I mean, granted, like I said, this is more based on 2005 WWE, but, you know, regardless. Alright, so we're going to finally get into our first match here. It only took like about 12 minutes. So now, before each match, they'll give you some sort of like tip on what you can do to do a possum pin. It's all about finishing moves and things like that. I guess I have to get into how you control this game too, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, first, most matches are going to start with something. I'm going to move it down to no action though, so we can just get right into it. So you can play these little... Oh, alright, fuck. These little mini-games. Alright, well, we're getting right into it. I can't actually even show you what the fuck is happening. So when you get into a submission like this, you either get the mini-game where you gotta tap buttons repeatedly, or you have to line it up into, like, this little slot. If someone tries to punch you, you hit the L2 button to throw a reversal. If someone tries to do a grappling move, you use R2 as a reversal. X is to strike. Circle button does grapples, and you move the control stick to do certain moves. It depends where you're pointing it. Triangle runs, and running and obviously hitting X will give you a strike. Or will strike your opponent. You can also hit triangle when you're going against the ropes to stop yourself from running. I think that's it. You press square to hold square to look for items underneath the ring, and you can use those items by hitting the square button, I think. No, you drop them by hitting square, and you pick them up by hitting square, and you use X for it. Also, you can go into the corner with the triangle running up those, and then you can store a finisher by hitting L1 and L2 once your thing is already up. You can hold 2 finishers at a time, but you can only store 1. So if you get another finisher after the fact, you will be, unfortunately, what do you call it? You will be only able to use the one that you have. Oh, that was a counter? Fucking RVD. I like how RVD's also got it. Like, he's got, like, very, like, specific movements.
He dodged that bullet.
Alright, let me try to get him with a Stone Cold Stunner. Ow! They're cheering for RVD against Stone Cold. Oh, he blocked it. So yeah, you can reverse any move mostly. Also, try not to hit the referee. I like how he's just a Rolling Thunder, it's just a regular move. Also, you can run and hit circle to like, do a takedown of your opponent most of the time. If you want to exit the ring, hit square. Or if you're on the outside, you can run into the ring.
If you try to execute a badly timed
Also,
move
I have the
because
control
you want
stick
to stay
setting.
offense,
It's control
that
type
could
B.
have a disastrous
Otherwise, I would have had to
result.
use the
I'll tell you
control
what,
pad to move,
let
which
me
I don't know
talk about
who
what
in their
it's
right
like
mind
in a
would want to
match
do
like
that
this.
for this
And
for a
you
3D
can come
fucking
up with
wrestling
a
game.
swipe to whiten
Also,
your
if you're a
teeth.
babyface, jumping off the ropes is a good way to get your finisher stored. So let's try to get our finisher right now. Oh, how about that?
I think this proves without
Come on, turn around,
why
bitch. Turn around.
SmackDown's the dominant brand
Fuck,
in
come on.
sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner.
Here we go.
You
There we go. And we got the Stone Cold Stunner! Also, when you go for a pin, you hold down and then circle. If your opponent is too close to the ropes, they'll get a rope break.
He's got to do more
And yeah, we gotta do more damage. You see in the top right, you'll see what damage your opponent and you have taken. The more that it's in the orange or red, more indicates how you will basically, more likely that they'll be able to be pinned.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, I just love where you can just spam these moves. I'm trying to do a certain move, though.
Watch it. He reversed it.
Also, that's a low blow, and the ref never calls it. But yeah, if you hit your opponent with anything, like a chair or something like that, oh, here's one of these submissions.
He smells blood.
Also, while you're doing that, you can tap X to apply pressure as the person giving the submission. Oh, fuck. RVD going up top. Oh, no! I don't know how to kick out, though. Yeah, I think you just tap random buttons. You kind of have to get lucky. I don't know how he got a 2 count. Alright, and I know if I mentioned, but triangle and circle does an Irish whip.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
Alright, thanks, Taz. I guess I feel like a real jerk for that. Oof, we're starting to get a little messed up.
You can't win fair
Wow,
and
what a
square.
cowardly
So he tries to
move.
screw his opponent out of the victory.
This fucking
Hey,
knee.
look, there's nothing wrong with him doing whatever it takes to win the match. If it was that bad, the ref would have DQ'd him, right?
That's true. Alright, well now we're getting RVD to the boiling point. Get out of the way, ref. So you can also accidentally hit the ref, and for some reason that counts as a DQ. But I want to try something here, so I'm going to store my finisher for right now, since we've already seen a Stone Cold Stunner.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Oh, spine buster. Let's try to get a decent elbow drop. I don't ever remember Austin doing elbow drops here. Alright, now, if you hold L2 and you have 2 finishers stored, you can steal someone's finisher as long as you know where to do it. Oh, fucking rope break. Fuck. I did a 5-star frog splash. Steve Austin. That's great. Oh, that doesn't happen very often. Alright, can we win with one of these things? Oh.
This could be disastrous.
Alright. I wanna win with the 5-star frog splash. Come on. Come on, dick. Ow!
And there's the counter, Cole.
Also, if your character has more than one finisher, hitting L1 and a directional input will also be able to do the other finisher. I don't think RVD has an... Oh, no, I think he does, but I think you can only use it when you have a chair. I'm not sure. Oh, and he busted him open! Your repeated shots to the head will bust people open. Wrestling doesn't really, or at least WWE doesn't really do that much stuff anymore. Yeah, just a little blood. Yeah, this is definitely not how WWE is now. Fuck. Alright, come on. I don't want to lose it. Oh, no. I think I'm going to lose it. Come on. Ah. Michael Cole, you barely ever wrestled. How do you know? Alright, come on. I just want to give a nice big slam so that you're on your back. There we go. Alright, here we go. 5-star frog splash from Stone Cold. Oh, he fell. Alright, whatever. It looks like... Alright, I think pulling him by the leg like this is a way that we could move him closer to the... I never really know how to do it, but I tend to try and do it a lot. Alright, let's try and get him again. Perfect. And hit him with the pinfall. It should be victory. I mean, he's pretty red.
He's 3 seconds away from
1, 2, 3, and you're out of here.
There you have it, Cole.
And then we win the match. Steve Austin. I miss those blue SmackDown shirts, man. They gotta bring those back. I know they did just bring them back for old school SmackDown, but they gotta bring them back for real. Alright, so once we're done with that, we collect payment for our winning of the match. We get a cash and experience. Now, experience you can put towards wrestlers that you create to make them better. That's how you get overall higher, and the cash you can buy stuff. This, I swear, this theme music and stuff that they have for this game is legendary to me. Alright, now before you go on, you're gonna want to save, just in case, if you lose a match that you don't want to have lost. You can always hit reset. But when you reset, if you do that, then you'll have to go back if you don't save. Alright, so this video's, we still got a little bit of time. It's an intro video, so why don't we continue and do one more week. Rey Mysterio, en serio, right? I forget. I think that's what he said. I had like this microphone that you had, like Cena, Mysterio, and other people used to say shit.
Yo, Ironsides.
Ironsides?
You did the right thing.
The
last
fuck
week
does that
instead of
mean?
Slacker RVD.
Jesus
I
Christ.
can't believe that walking case of the munchies would accuse me of running down.
That walking case of the munchies.
Chain Gang knows I don't roll like that.
The Chain Gang
Thanks
knows
for
I don't
believing me,
roll.
dog.
Remember when John Cena was like this, man? Classic. But it's insane because Cena in real life is nothing like this, talking like that.
You never did say where you were when Long was taken out.
You want to know where I was the night Long got run down? I was in a locker room surrounded by a dozen witnesses.
So why don't you
and
ask
here's another clue. If you want to know where I'm going to be later tonight, I'm going to be in the ring with you.
Oh, hey, yo.
Knuckle shuffle.
Oh, 5-knuckle truffle shuffle.
Man, normally Cena's, you know, he's a pretty chilled out guy to say the least. But he's acting a little touchy about the whole Theodore Long.
I mean, if you were accused of
and until we find out
running
who did
someone
it,
over,
I think it's going to remain that way, even for a guy like
yeah,
John
like if you were
Cena.
accused of running someone over, no matter who you are, I'm pretty sure you'd be like, hey, fuck, what the fuck you accusing me for? Especially Teddy Long. Everybody loves Teddy Long. Holla, holla, holla. Tag match, playa. Alright, well now we got a match against Steve Austin, against John Cena. Well, Orlando Jordan beat fucking Booker T. Joy Giovanni beat Tori Wilson. What is this shit? Alright, well, let's just go on ahead with the match. The $1 Million Man. Darn Ted DiBiase. Stop fucking with Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes, rocket shit to the moon. Wrestling fans, you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Alright, well, since we didn't actually get a full Steve Austin entrance, the other guys were kind of talking. Let's just watch this one. Hopefully it doesn't result in me losing my whole fucking channel. Fucking alcohol fueled. They would never ever get away with this. And yeah, also if you didn't notice, the announcers don't say the name of the guy or do their announcements when the commentary people are talking during their entrances. So yeah, get used to Stone Cold, because we're going to be seeing him throughout this whole playthrough. Austin's one of the best, though, ever. There's not many wrestlers that can have the same legacy, can hold a candle to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And yes, he's throwing up the middle fingers like he's supposed to. It's not the fucking two fists that they like you to believe that he always did. He's the master of the middle finger. And now I know I'm gonna have to definitely cut out this song, because of course this song's gonna be copyrighted. Also, he's the United States champion somehow, but he doesn't got the spinner belt for some reason. They didn't put that in this game. Maybe I'll just, for the rest of the playthrough, for the songs that'll get copyrighted, I'll just recreate them. Yeah, that might be a good idea. But of course, if you know John Cena, you know his theme song. I wish they had basic thugonomics here, which is, I prefer it, but...
Still hot.
Also, Cena's number is usually 54, not 12. And I don't even know what jersey that's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like a Lakers jersey? Like, no jersey looks like that. It's just like a generic jersey. And he's got the Chain Gang fucking necklace on.
down, 'cause I keep it all
which is pretty
locked
awesome.
like a part of jail, sort of.
My fucking childhood right there, John Cena. John Cena is basically who got me, like, the wrestler that I was most interested in professional wrestling as a kid. I remember vaguely seeing Cena's match where he got all bloody against JBL at Judgment Day, and I was like, yeah, I gotta watch this. Alright, now explaining clean and dirty finishing moves. Basically saying how you could steal a finisher, like I did last level mission. Let's... Oh, fuck you, Cena. I want to do a test of strength. Alright, lockup battle. Oh, he beat us.
You never know what to expect from these superstars.
You don't really
Cole.
get much for
I mean,
doing
this could
that.
be
You
over in
just get a
60
little bit of an
seconds or
advantage
60
early
minutes.
on.
Well, it wouldn't break my heart if they went for an hour, Taz. I'm really enjoying this match.
Cripple across
What
face.
a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out
Everybody
right here.
decided to
Won't surprise
take
me
at some
one
point.
bit. The longer you stay in this, the more
I guess I
risk
should
you
talk
have
about
of
the
serious
wrestlers
injury.
themselves now. So Steve Austin was the biggest star for WWE at a certain point in the Attitude Era. He, you know, pretty much helped save WWE back then when WCW was kicking their asses in the ratings. And he was just one of the biggest stars that they've ever had. He's just a really awesome wrestler. He doesn't take shit from anybody, and he's the man. Everybody who's been sort of into wrestling at any point knows who Steve Austin is. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. So right now, we're just going to be playing as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Which means I'm going to get in my pickup truck, drink some Steve Weisers, listening to some Backstreet Boys.
And that's the bottom line, cause the great none said so.
Wait, what? He just did a stunner! He just did a stunner as a regular move. I didn't even have my fucking finisher at that point. Oh, I forgot. I thought Cena countered that for a second. I didn't know Austin had a stunner as just like a regular move. Alright. Anyway, and then John Cena, of course. Most people, I feel like, know who John Cena is. He's most known for being an actor at this point. But he wouldn't have gotten to where he is today without his amazing skills at being one of the best wrestlers of the last 20 years. One of the biggest stars that wrestling has ever seen. Oh, he just dodged my finisher. And yeah, Cena was always one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid. When I got older, not so much, because I kind of became like a smart fan, which is a whole different thing. Or I would like to say a smarter fan. I was one of those guys. I went from chanting "Let's go Cena" to "Cena sucks" in record time. But yeah, John Cena is one of the best. He's honestly gotten so much better as a wrestler over time. It's just a shame that he's not really around anymore. But he left WWE for greener pastures, and I couldn't be more happy for his success, honestly.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience.
Oh, and now I'm trying to do his move. At this point, it was called the FU, but it was changed into the Attitude Adjustment when WWE went PG, because obviously you can't really say FU. I mean, I don't know why you can't, because it's not like you're actually saying fuck you, but, you know, whatever. Originally, the FU was a spin on the wrestling move, the F5, which is kind of similar. Got that counter. Let's go. Bah! 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 Yeah, I just get fucked up, Cena. It's crazy that we never even got to see this match also. Cena versus Austin never ever happened. I feel like Austin versus RVD probably happened, but I'm not entirely sure. Because by the time Austin was on his way out, Cena was only just getting started. And yeah, at this point, Cena was like the hottest thing in wrestling. Everybody loved Cena.
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself.
That was before the crowd sort of turned on him, because he was the golden boy, basically. But John Cena always fights for what's right. He hasn't been a bad guy in many, many years. He's kind of always been the good guy. People probably don't even remember him being a bad guy at like any point in his career. But that's just what it is. And if you ask Cena, he'll be like, well, you know, you gotta be a bad guy in real life in order to be a bad guy in the ring. Alright, let's finish you off, Cena. He didn't give me that 5-knuckle shuffle he was promising. I wanted to see him shuffling every day. Alright, let's pull him over here. Now let's try to go for the pin. You saw that one coming, Cole? There we go. In record time, we beat John Cena. Something that doesn't happen very often. I also love my favorite sign that someone has out there is, "My sign sucks." that usually you see sometimes. But there we go. That was it for this edition of SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 SmackDown playthrough. In the next episode, we're going to try to learn more about what happened with Theodore Long. See if he truly got ran over by Cena or RVD, alright? So, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. It's been a long time coming. This is one of my all-time games that means the most to me, you know, growing up. So, I'm glad I can finally bring you guys into the world of professional wrestling. So, thank you guys all for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Have a great night. And that's the bottom line, because J. Ruff said so. I'm fucking Shaun White the Hedgehog. Oh, fuck. At least you didn't do it either. Breaking might help you turn, but I never use it. Hey, I did it. I did a trick. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Why are they fucking closing the road? Oh shit. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Fuck! No.
Doing tricks. Oh, I crashed!
You crashed onto nothing. Oh, I crashed there. I also crashed on nothing. The sidewalk, apparently, even though it's...
What is that shit?
Snow is covering the ground, but I can still hit the sidewalk.